Okay. All right, we have sound now. Let me mute that one. Okay, awesome. So I wanted to jump on here and show y'all the new merch. First of all, can you said that, yay! You can hear background noise, so I have volume. Okay. You probably hear my dishwasher going. Among other things, I'm cleaning house. But I wanted to jump on here first of all and say, hello, surprise! I went live. So if you know me, you know that I'm kind of a shy person. So going live was, it took a lot. It took a lot to decide to do it. But I wanted to show the new merch line that Jacqueline had been working on, and the only way to do that was to go live and do it because I have been out in that greenhouse and I had on my UtterTech bibs and I was covered in mud and I was trying to video. So thank you, Landon. Thank you so much. But anyway, I was trying to video and covered in mud, and there's just no way that I could show the pretty merch because I didn't want to get it dirty. But Jacqueline had worked so hard on this because I had a request to her that I wanted merch with vegetables that I grow. But my request was kind of different. I wanted it to look like the old vintage seed catalogs. And somebody said I still can't hear it. Let's see. Okay, that is on the other live. They're telling me they can't hear me. But anyway, I wanted it to look like the old vintage seed catalogs. And hey, Brooke. Oh, thank you. Nailed it on the seed catalog. Okay. So on this particular live, I've got sound. On the other live that's out there, I don't have sound. So I think Brooke is on the other live right now because she said that she can see me, but she can't hear me. So I'm looking over here for comments because it's hard for me to see them on my phone. I'm about half blind. So, hey, Becky, how are you? You got yours yesterday? Thank you so much. But anyway, yeah, I wanted the old vintage seed catalogs, back to that. And so Jacqueline had her hands full working with me. And I also wanted one of the tea mugs, and right now there's not tea in there, but there's Diet Pepsi, because I love Diet Pepsi. That is my weakness. Diet Pepsi and coffee is my two drinks. I should drink more water, but I don't. So anyway, so we have this that looks like that. It says homegrown on it. And also I have this one that says homegrown. So those are on the new merch site that Jacqueline built for me. And thank you, Beth. She said she's a big fan of mine and Tony's channels. Keep up the good work. And oh, thank y'all so much. I see so many people jumping on here, y'all. This is wild. Thank you. Hey, Tracy. Thank you so much. But I've got this one, but I've got a different color also. It's the brown one. And also, because if you know me, you know I'm an apron person. And I told Jacqueline that I wanted an apron so that when I cook, I don't want to get my shirts dirty. So I always wear aprons in the kitchen. And, oh, thank you, Londa. That's so sweet. Yeah, the apron is adorable. It's a little bit, the fabric is kind of, it's not cotton. It's kind of a mix between canvas and vinyl, I think. Anyway, it probably won't let any grease get through. Thank you, Carolyn. Y'all are so sweet. Can y'all tell I'm just nervous as a cat on a tin roof because I've never done this, and I feel like I'm sitting here talking to the phone, and I didn't come prepared other than to show you the new merch and to say hello. But I wanted to let Londa and Brooke know that you guys are my moderators, by the way. I didn't call and ask first. I just kind of throwed you in there. Hey, Kayla. How are you? Oh, thank you. Oh, Donna, thank you so much. I'm excited, y'all, to be on here, and I'm going to try to do more of these. And the reason that I did this today is, like I said, I wanted to show y'all the merch, and I wanted to show it to you in a video. But, y'all, I got so involved in the greenhouse today that it was a hot mess. I wasn't going to stop to show merch. My hands were filthy. My clothes were filthy. I put on those UtterTech bibs that I usually wear in the cow pasture to go into the greenhouse because y'all know I'd been working out there and there's mud everywhere. And I'm pulling up the vines and the vegetables that were in there. Some of them are dead. Hey, Bill. Thanks, Sherry. You're right, Brooke. Brooke is on here now, y'all. She says I'm going to be live a lot now since I jumped on here today. Y'all, it was last minute. I decided, you know what, I've got to do it because I wanted to talk to you guys, and the videoing was not going well today. I'm just going to be honest. It was not going well because like I said, I was in there. I was muddy, and pulling up those old tomato vines. You know that I have the clips and then the trellising going up, and so I was having to take all those clips off. Now, y'all, I had like 400 clips on there, and I was taking them off one at a time, and that's all you can do. But I wanted to save the baling twine to use next time, so I had to take them off instead of cut them off, and that means my fingers are really sore right now. Thank you, Paula. Oh, thank you, Stephanie. That is a lot. Yes, yes. 400 is, I mean, I've still probably got a good 50 of them to go. And thank you so much, Lori. You're so sweet. I'll have to share my tent with you again. But yeah, my fingers are already sore. And then when I was pulling it up, I had mud all over me. And you know, I have those big drums of water in there. Now the water's got to go because I've got to pull all that drip tape up and I've got to pull all the ground covering up so that we can put more topsoil in there. Since we've got the outside fixed, we've got to fix the inside. And the only thing I could do was just push those barrels of water over. And so that's all coming on video. But it just took a lot today, and I decided, well, the video is probably not coming out tomorrow. It's probably coming out Friday morning because I need to add a lot more to it. And I wanted to bake that loaf of bread with you guys. And yeah, I ran out of bread flour. Oh, thank you so much, Londa. You're a gem, I tell you what, because I couldn't watch and talk. Well, I can't talk and chew gum at the same time. Y'all, if y'all know me. Elizabeth, thank you and welcome. Well, I could siphon the water, but it would take a while. And it was so much easier for the 10 seconds it took to just dump it over. And it just, I mean, it's going to run out of the greenhouse anyway. And I needed the ground to be soft in there. So I was having to turn the drip tape on and just kind of let it run to soften the dirt so that I can get all the stuff up. Thank you, Cheryl. We appreciate those hearts and loves. But I'm going to go ahead and cook the cabbage, some of the cabbage tonight with some panecas. So that got that out of there. You're afraid to make sourdough? Well, you can do sourdough in loaf pans, but the recipe for the sandwich bread that I'm using is actually not sourdough. It is just a regular active yeast that I'm using, and I just buy it in a jar and keep it in the refrigerator. And it's literally flour, water, yeast, a little butter, sugar, and salt. And you know, I mix it in the KitchenAid mixer, and you know, you let it rise for about an hour to ferment, and you can tell when it's doing that. Yeah, Tony has some coffee cups on my site. So he has some Campfire and Countryside mugs. Hold on and I'll show you. Yeah, I left, didn't I? Okay, there it is. Can y'all see that? Campfire and Countryside. So they're on my site. Y'all go get you one of his mugs. He is super proud of his mugs too. And but yeah, you let that bread ferment for about an hour, and you can smell it. When you walk through the house, you can smell the yeast. And then you punch it down and shape it and roll it up and put it in a loaf pan and let it rise another 30 minutes and cook it. And that's it. And I'm telling you, it stayed soft for days. We ate the mess out of it. I mean, it was good. Yeah, they are nice mugs. Yes, Lori, I am going to do a video and show how to make the bread. And I tried, now I want y'all to know, I tried a couple of recipes, and that simple, I call it meemaw recipe, was the very best one. I absolutely loved it. Tony loved it. And that's the one I'm going to be making, because I've got a little bread slicer and we can eat it on sandwiches. And I'm telling you, I may never buy sandwich bread again. It was just so good, y'all. I tried this other recipe, and it used milk and eggs and oil and a whole lot of different stuff. And it was supposed to be the recipe for either sandwich bread or the schoolhouse yeast rolls. And they were very heavy, dense. I didn't enjoy the flavor of it. And yeah, I think I'm going to stick to the old-fashioned meemaw one. Oh, I mentioned to Tony on one of his videos about trying GPO gum to get the sticker off the cast iron lid. Wondered if he had a chance to do it yet. I'm not sure, Beth. I'll ask him. Tony is, you could do a Meemaw recipe, Londa. Tony is at work right now. He don't know I'm going live today, but unfortunately, Tony still has to work a full-time job, and that leaves me here to do the farm work. It's odd to find me in the house at this time of the day, and so I think it's because I was covered in dirt and mud and just needed a shower. Y'all, I just needed a shower. Matter of fact, I was using the drill with some screws, and I had a screw in my hand that I had dropped on the ground in the mud. And if you know me, I use every part of my body, so I was going to hold this screw between my teeth, and I forgot it had mud on it. Y'all, I was eating dirt. Nothing worse than eating dirt. Yes, make sure Zoe sees the video when you do the bread. Oh, yeah, Zoe could probably teach me how to do bread. Because Zoe, she is the cook. How's Caden been doing lately? Been filling the book up. Lori. Okay. Yes, Lori. So what Lori's talking about is every time that Caden is here and works, I'm going to say me and Caden break something. Of course, I always blame it on Caden. So I told Caden that I was making a book of his breakages, and we're just going to add them up. So I don't really have a book, but I remind him all the time. The other day, he was helping me in the pasture pulling up those dead trees. And so we would hook the winch around the bottom of the tree, and they're dead, and the dirt is soft because it just rained. And so I told him, once you hook the winch up and get it good and tight, I want you to pull up and then back up real hard and just jerk the tree out of the ground. Well, Caden would pull up real slow, and then he would back up. He would back up real slow. And I looked at him and I said, "What are you doing?" And he said, "Well, I'm afraid I'm going to break something." I said, "Oh, geez, we can just add that to your notebook. You're going to have to man up. Back up like you mean it." And so he took off and he just floored that side by side, and that tree just went flying in the air, and he just giggled. Okay, so how do you get the shirt and the mug I'm selling? Okay, so Londa, Londa just typed it in. It's no, Londa, that's not right either. It's G and the word and gfarmsal.com. That one that you typed in has the and symbol. It'll have to be G, the word and, gfarmsal.com, because you won't believe how many G&G farms there is out there and how many of them have websites. So Jacqueline and I had to find a good name for the website that nobody else had. And so gfarmsal.com, no spaces. Yes, the big sign of Otis is hanging where a barn quilt would hang on the barn. And I was out there today looking at it because, well, y'all, I'm telling you what, it is a treasure. And, you know, I still get emotional when I talk about Otis because he was different than any other emu that I've ever seen. And now Goldie has decided that Goldie has decided that for some reason I am, you know, I want to say that she thinks I'm her mate. Um, she is doing some really weird things. When she sees me, she walks around me and struts and drums really, really loud, shows me her big scarf. And, I understand you're laying, you're hormonal, but she won't let any of the other animals come near me without her bullying them. So, um, she just kind of wants to be a bully, kind of like Gus. Gus is a bully, and he's only a bully to me, but Goldie is becoming a bully to everybody. She just she wants to be the queen diva, and that's it. Matter of fact, she'll get up against me and like push on me, like, it's just really strange how she acts. And I literally have to push her away to get her to step back. Now, if I ever drive the side by side in there, she's going to get in the way. She's not going to move. I have to get off and push her out of the way, and then try to get on there and get going before she comes back, because, like I said, she wants to be the queen diva. So, yeah, she thinks she's in love. She does. Meg's Little House in the Country, she does need a boyfriend, and I've got a lead on one. So hopefully within the next month, I'm going to try to get her a guy friend. Now, she's not going to be laying much longer. So, but it's kind of hit or miss when you bring a male emu in with a female, whether she's going to accept him or not. I think Goldie would, because Goldie is very sociable. Now, when she first came here, she was not at all. And now Goldie knows she's going to get some loving when I come in that pasture. So it's going to be hands-on. And she's gotten very, very close. I mean, like I said, pushing up against me. She lets me rub her on her back. And she's gotten to be very, very good. I love her. I tell you what, I love me some Goldie. Oh, thank you, Londa. Thank you. Lester and Jamie's Jorge would make a perfect mate for Goldie. I have not seen the emu. Are they getting rid of it? Lisa, are they getting rid of their emu? Goldie is happy. Oh, that's Brooke. Yeah, Goldie is happy. I think, and Brooke and I talked about it so many times. I think that Goldie was taking a back seat to Nugget, and I think since she's been here, she's kind of been free to do whatever she wants to do without Nugget, telling her, no, you can't do that. And now I think Goldie might be the dominant one when we get a male for her. Oh, okay. Okay. I got you, Lisa. Oh, okay. His name is George. Okay. Oh, Goldie is cute. Yeah, when I feed for Brooke and Jason, if they go somewhere and I feed over there, I was petting Nugget one day, and I was just talking to him and petting him and feeding him, and he was eating out of my hand, and I looked, and it was Goldie. So she's always kind of been sweet to me. Okay, you don't think they're looking to rehome George? Okay. Yes, Beth, I am going to get another male emu. Now, That's right. That's right. Oh, George may be a female. Oh, okay. Um, they're not sure. Okay. Now, I have planned on getting emu chick, and I thought about getting more than one, but with the weather the way it's been lately, and just so much going on, um, I just haven't taken the plunge to call PETA and say, yeah, I want to get one. Okay, they've confirmed that George is a male. They have video proof. Okay. Well, I'm just going to be honest with you. Um, Emus probably are one, I think they may be my favorite animal. I was going to say one of my favorite. Now, there's Helen. Helen Helen and I have a special bond. She thinks that I'm her mama, and I think she's my daughter. And she, being blind, she's always been dependent. And so Helen is one of my favorite animals. I think that emus might be my favorite animals of all, but I love Helen. And Helen is just kind of different. So Helen's eyesight is getting a little bit worse. I don't know why all of a sudden. Maybe it's because with the weather it's been kind of dark, but she'll run into things. Yes, PETA does have new babies hatching. PETA sends me videos of these new babies just about every day. So I do get to see them and play with them. She'll FaceTime me and let me look at the babies and let me make Google eyes over them. So, hey, Kim, how are you? Yes, PETA Milligan. It's Milligan Farms. That's where me and Brooke went before. Yeah, all emus like those shiny things. I'm trying to read comments and they're going by kind of fast. But yes, matter of fact, I quit wearing earrings and I went from my shiny golden band to this silicone ring. And the emus can pick at it and it won't matter at all. But what happened was I had on my shiny ring and I got stung by a bee right here. Well, my finger swelled up really, really big. And then it wasn't going down because then the circulation was being cut off on this part of my finger. So we tried everything to get the swelling to go down so that I could get the ring off. And we decided we're just going to have to go to the hospital and have the ring cut off. Well, finally, I figured out that I could put my finger under water and put either salt or dish detergent in the water and dilute the solute. We learned that in nursing school, where the water is going to follow the solution, which would be salt or dish detergent. So that means the cells in my finger, you know how your fingers get shriveled? That's because your cells start popping and imploding. So I just kind of stuck it in the water, in dishwater with salt in it until my finger started shriveling, and then I was able to pull, the dish detergent allowed me to pull the ring off my finger. So when I got the golden band off, I started wearing these silicone bands because I live a dangerous life. This is also the finger that I stuck the staple through that Brooke had to pull out for me. I wasn't going to the emergency room to have a staple removed. Brooke did a fine job. She's a nurse. She's my nurse. Okay, let's see. Yes, Tammy. we will go back to Milligan Farms. And Donna, thank you. She says, I love your roadside stand. Tony did a good job. Your decorating is looking good also. Yes, I have really tried to decorate it really, really pretty, and I've put out road signs that say fresh eggs. Now, I've bought one of the feather flags to put out there at the roadside stand because, y'all, I don't think people know that it's there yet. I've sold a few things, but not a lot of people stop and buy eggs and jellies and pickled peppers or whatever because I don't think they know that the farm stand is open. So I'm trying to put more decorations and trying to put signage out there that says fresh eggs, and I'm trying to advertise on Facebook. But here's the thing. I have a sign out there. I have the Venmo and the credit card QR code out there with the price list of everything. That's fine. But I also have a sign that says that if you can afford to pay for it, great. Here's the QR codes. But if you can't afford to buy it, take what you need, but only take what you need, because don't abuse it. Don't just, try to rob the roadside stand. But take what you need and feed your family. If you need a dozen of eggs for your family, take that dozen of eggs. I'm good with that. Arlene says that she wishes she lived close. She'd be at the stand weekly. Indiana's just a little bit too far. Yes, Indiana is really far. Thank you, warm fuzzy vibes. Yes, Brooke is awesome. Well, she wished the community was as honest as ours is. Any community has dishonest people. So it's one of those things that you take the good with the bad. You have to trust that people are going to be ultimately good, and there are some that are not good, but that's not for me to sort out. I'll put it out there and put the sign out there and put the QR codes, but that's for God to sort out, not me. If they need it, take it, and if they don't need it and still take it, they gotta answer for that, not me. Yeah, thank you so much, Albina. South Florida, wow. So I went to put a big balloon out there. Yeah, I'm going to put the big feather flag. I designed it from Amazon, and I put like my collard green plant on there. And Beth wants to know how me and Tony met. That's a funny story. Oh, that's a funny story. Okay, I'm just going to make it simple. So Tony and I had a mutual friend. It was an older gentleman, and he's passed on now. And he knew Tony, and he knew me. And I had just came back to town. And so, and I'll answer your question here in a minute, Monica, about me and Brooke becoming friends. So I had just got back to town, and Tony, he lived in the town that I had came home to where my parents lived. And this older gentleman told Tony, he had went over there to work and do some work for him, but he told Tony that there was someone that he needed to meet. And so he sent him to my uncle's house where I was that day. And Tony showed up and was going to watch the Alabama football game with him. And I was in the kitchen cooking butter beans and cornbread. And he started trying to talk to me, and I pretty much, I didn't give him the time of day, y'all. It was 2 weeks later before he asked me out on a date. And he asked me out on a date 2 weeks later, and I went out on a date with him, and we've been together ever since. Long story short, we've been together ever since. A bot. Thank you, Sassy. Oh, yeah. Uh, okay, so me and Brooke. Um, Brooke needed to get rid of a turkey. And I think it was Zoe that said, I know someone that might take the turkey. And it was a gobbler and a hen turkey. And so Brooke sent me a message on Facebook and said, are you interested in having a gobbler and a hen turkey? And I said, absolutely. And she put on there, and I won't never forget it, every farm needs a turkey. And so that's how I ended up. I went over and I got Harold, my gobbler that I still have. And yes, Becky, it was Ursula, the demon turkey. And so I got Harold and Ursula. And, I changed her name to Tawanda. And I said, I'm going to change her name to Tawanda because she is not mean and she is not a demon turkey. Well, y'all, I've said this 100 times. You can change the name, but you can't change the turkey. She's still a demon. She is a mess. Yes, Tawanda from Fried Green Tomatoes. You're right. I'm the turkey whisperer. Y'all, Tawanda is, Tawanda's got one leg now because she was caught by a predator, and I kind of saved her life because she had gotten outside the fence. And so Tawanda is my one-legged demon turkey. And y'all, she has produced so many turkey poults on the farm here. And she is still going. And I don't know how long turkeys live, but y'all know I've had her ever since I moved here when Brooke gave her to me. And she's still rocking it. She is still laying. She walks around with that one leg. And, if she's got to go from here to the other side of the pasture, she'll just fly over there. But most of the time, she walks around on that nub, and she's living her best life. Like, when she's in the chicken run, she kind of hangs out by the food bowl, but I'll take the corn snack in there to her because I don't want her to go to any extra trouble to go and eat, because I love me some Tawanda. She's special. They usually just live up to Thanksgiving. I think that I've known Zoe a little bit longer than Brooke, but only by like a month, because I had just moved here and I bought some baked goods from Zoe. I met her in a parking lot at a grocery store to buy some baked goods. And I think that's when I met her, and then she told Brooke about me probably needing a turkey. Okay, you've not seen Ruby and Rhonda. I'm not sure which ones Ruby and Rhonda was. You've never seen Tawanda? Okay, Donna, I will show her on my next video. So, she is sassy. She is sassy, Londa. She and Harold have produced so many poults, but there are like bourbon reds and what's the other one? Royal Palms. So she throws in the traditional heritage breed. She throws so many different colors out there I mean, she is an amazing girl. When she starts laying, she usually lays like 30 eggs before she starts setting on them. Yeah, Zoe is a good baker. Yeah. I love her cakes. Albina, she is a tough bird. She's also mean. So, um, okay, so somebody just asked why my homegrown shirt is backwards. It's because I'm having to use my selfie camera on my phone so that you guys can hear me. So that puts all the images in reverse. But just know that it says homegrown in the right way. It's not really backwards. It just looks like that. So, all right, y'all. I have been on here for 40 minutes. Y'all, can y'all believe that? 40 minutes. And I only wanted to pop on here for 15 minutes. Just to show you the merch. Yeah. Oh, okay, Beth. I don't know that I could make it if I couldn't talk with my hands or say the word y'all every other sentence. Oh, yeah, it was a success. Thank you so much. Hey, thanks, Brooke. Well, Brooke knows that that I'm a shy person and that I was having a hard time going live at all because I told her, I said, I don't think I can do it because it just kind of creeps me out a little bit to think about talking to the camera. And then I got to thinking that I talk to the camera every day anyway, and I don't know. So time does fly. Time flies when you're having fun. And here's the thing is, I have been steadily talking. I hadn't shut up for the last 42 minutes. So, um, oh, thanks, Brenda. Kayla, you are such a sweetheart. Kayla, I can't wait to see you. Thanks, Patrice. Well, I tell you, I'm a different individual, so I'm a little bit shy, but once you get to know me, I'm a prankster too. So I love to have fun. I'm always I'm always pranking someone. If I can get a prank on someone, I'm gonna do it. Are we still scary? No, you guys are so sweet. So I was hoping that when I went live for the first time that I could do it from the barn. Now, I don't think that my internet will pick up out there. So on a live, the camera talks back, so you're not alone. Oh, Lori, I get it. I get it. Thanks, Tracy. Y'all, I miss Tracy's live Monday night, and I tell you what, Tracy, she's hadn't went live in a while now because she's had a lot going on with her health. But I love Tracy's lives at the farm table. If y'all never saw that, y'all got to. So Tracy and Jean will get at the farm table and they'll get their cup of their homegrown teas, and I also grow my own nighttime teas or sleepy time teas or whatever, and I make me a good mixture of them and sit and sip it. But I love to sip mine while I'm watching Tracy, and I miss their live Monday night, and it's nothing like being there with them at that moment at that table. It's just, I'm telling you, her lives are really good also. If y'all have never been in one, they're with them. And she has so much knowledge about plants, and I've learned so much from her. Matter of fact, most of what I know I've, kind of took from her and kind of got me a notebook going and just kind of do my thing based on Tracy. She is so sweet. So hopefully she's getting back with her lives. And yes, that's right. Just got into tea and having a cup at night to unwind. I'm telling you, it's amazing. And so I think that she's going to try to do it every other week now. Is that right, Tracy? Every other Monday? Oh, hey, thank you, Donna. Thank you so much. And Donna Ferris says, it's so nice to see you live. And Mullen is the best, Lori. You're right. I love me some Mullen. But I tell you what, I really, really, really love. I will love you too, Tracy. I love lemon balm with holy basil mixed with a little peppermint. And I kind of steep that for about 15 minutes, and that is my favorite. Okay, Londa, can you put a link for Tracy? Or Tracy, if you're still on here, can you put your link to your channel? So, because there's some people wanting to go to your channel and see you live. But anyway, I love y'all all bunches, and I appreciate y'all so much, and thank y'all so much for hopping on here with me. I'm sorry I just kind of did it as a surprise live, but I was a little bit nervous, and I was like, no, I'm not going to schedule it because there might be a few people show up, and then they may say, that crazy woman. Yeah. Oh. Oh, feeding your livestock. Well, listen, Stephanie, I do that all the time to Brooke. Yeah. Well, I'm going to get off here, and y'all know the deal, right? Y'all farm on.